Okay, this is going to be a short and maybe crude video on how to install and mount the CR2020 face recognition terminal. So as you should receive your system in a box. And when you open up the box, first thing you can do is set aside for momentarily the CD with the license, and then you can pull out the terminal. First thing we'll do is look on the back of the terminal. You'll notice the top of it, there's some couple of slots. Then towards the center is the network jack and the power jack. At the bottom there's a hole for a single screw. I'll explain this as we go further along. Set that aside for the moment. You can pull out a Ziploc bag. In the bag you'll see mounting, wall mounting, I don't know what you call them, but slugs or whatever, and the mounting screws. But you also see a bunch of black screws, one of which has got a rounded top. And then you'll see a long silver metal piece with a plastic tip. This is a stylus. You don't want to lose it, because it makes your life a lot easier when you're actually going to program the clock. And the little virtual terminal, which is very small and touchscreen based, comes up and make it easier to enter in employee names or their employee clock PIN number or ID number. Once you got your network cable, then you should also notice, and we'll have pre-assembled a little just to get you started, the wall mount, and the metal back cover. We'll go ahead and put two screws like you see here, because I've already done it, in here. And we'll also knock out the little plug that allows you to plug the power cord to run it through to the back. But you'll notice on the back there's also 3 screw holes. And so the process would be, when you get it in, go ahead and remove these 2 screws, and you've got a couple more over here in the plastic bag. Remove the metal back plate. Then line this back portion up, mark it with a pin through the holes, and then drill your holes to put the little nylon plastic, like Molly type boats. So you can then run the silver wall screws in there, and it will fasten to the wall. Once you get that done, and you want to mount this about slightly higher than waist high to your smallest employee, because when we get this all mounted, this terminal is going to be at an angle, so even your tallest employee, when they're enrolling, can bend over to enroll. You'll want to keep the height consistent from where they enroll to where they're clocking in. In other words, you don't want to just set this up on a bench and let them all enroll and then go mount it on the wall. Your recognition won't work that well. If you do it correctly, like I just said, mount the thing about a little more than waist high from the smallest employee, and then enroll them there. Then when they walk up, you should be able to just glance at it and they'll clock them in. So once you've done that, you can put this metal plate back on here instead of just the 2 screws like we're going to ship it with. Put all 4 screws in. If and of course, if you need the network connect cable plugged in, go ahead and run that through. Also, in this little Ziploc bag will probably enclose the USB pin memory drive, so you have that available in case you don't have a network cable run. But once you've done that, then you can literally hook the terminal to those back lugs, like I showed you the little inserts up at the top, and then down at the bottom there'll be a single screw hole where you can take the one black screw with a rounded tip or head and do the final fixing of the terminal to that metal back plate, and you should be secure.